Hey, Geezer here. My shadow. Yeah, I think Geezer just gave you a pretty long shout out to YouTubers and ex users. He's really appreciative of the platforms. A lot of times he might not be, might appear that he's not, but he really is. So I just want to add to that. And he's been a little sidetracked, and a little sidetracked with these carrying options, a little sidetracked with the tents and the blades and everything. I know he's upset about the cost of equipment, and then he doesn't get the return from the investment. And he just has to understand that that's what goes on when you're collecting. I think he understands it, but I'm just trying to follow up from a shadow perspective. Um, he misses a few things. I think he's touched on that with you about his driving, about his medical situation. Um, he usually doesn't complain. He's actually, he's actually, yeah, he's a doer. There's no doubt about it. He's a doer. I know in business they really missed him when he retired. And they have tried to get him back. I mean, even now, and he's almost 70, they've tried to get him back to come back to work to help out. Like we have the strike going on in New York, he could probably go up there and straighten that out and provide insight to both sides. He was really a good negotiator. He had no problem with the union. The union, he was in that business, he's from that type of industry. Um, the union guys respected him, and he respected them, so there was no issue. But anyhow, they have tried to get him back numerous times. He doesn't want to go back, and he just wants to share information and hope that he's able to reach some people that it helps. That's all. That's all he wants to do. But the stories he tells you, they actually happen. They're not made up. They're not staged. They're not fake. Uh, I was there for all the stories. I experienced all the things. Yes, it was scary to go off the mountain in the middle of the night to get away from people who were trying to get your food and water that were physically they were physical. Put it this way: the last confrontation he had with that crew. Now you have to understand, he went out. He went out on a REI sponsored trip. Right? He went out with 15 people. But on the top of this mountain, there was no water, and a group of the 15 knew he had water. They knew that he had emergency water. Now, how did they know that? I don't know. But he carried like 10 liters of water. I don't even know how he did that. Because he had the water bladder, and then he had like 5 bottles of water or 6 bottles of water in his pack. Giza can do it. He can do it when he has to do it. There's no doubt. How he did that is beyond me. But he had it. And then they wanted it. They wanted the water that they never carried. Give us your water. Well, he wasn't going to give it up. And I was surprised that he snuck away to go to the bathroom. This is like 11 o'clock at night. And he was gone. He left. I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And he booked out of there, down the trail in the middle of the night. Unknown to him and me that there was a rogue bear coming up the trail. a rogue black bear that was semi-aggressive. But here's the kicker of the whole story. Okay? The kicker of the whole story is the same people who were trying to get the water from Geezer knew about the bear, but never told the group about the bear. They weren't forthcoming. For 2 months, all we heard about is the water source on this mountain. There was no water source. Okay? No water source. The rangers informed the guides that there was a rogue bear in the area. You might not want to hike here. We're hiking there. Nobody knows about the bear. Geezer doesn't know about the bear. He took off the mountain. I'm sure if he knew about the bear, he would have never took off the mountain. He got to the trailhead. He got to the trailhead with a girl that caught up to him. She left the mountain because she was afraid as well. People are getting aggressive about this water. Do you have any water? Do you actually have water? And Geezer's like, yeah, I got 6 liters of water. She goes, holy shit. They were going to hurt you to get that water. He goes, yeah, that's why I'm on the trail. Can I hike with you? He goes, Geezer's in his 60s. The girl's like, I don't know, 30. He takes her, he goes, yeah, you can hike with me. And then he says to her, how much water do you have? She goes, I don't have any. He gives her half his water. He gave her half of what he had left. Here, drink this and drink it now. And she's like, why do I have to drink all this water? He goes, because you needed to get down and we're not stopping because we're hiking at night. We're not stopping. We got to get to the trailhead. He gets to the trailhead with her, puts her in her car. She takes off, gets home. He goes into town to go to sleep. And then he finds out about this rogue bear. Lucky. It's lucky. But that's the geese. And now I'm rambling. And I'm only the shadow. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the next one.